checklists to guide their systematic scrutiny of every detail. Any identified disease, such as missing data or signatures, calculation errors, unexplained out-of-specification results, or unresolved deviations, must be thoroughly investigated and satisfactorily resolved, often requiring interaction with production or QC personnel before the record can be approved. Importance and outcome. Batch record review is a vital final quality checkpoint. It provides comprehensive, documented assurance that the batch was manufactured correctly, under control, and meets all necessary quality standards. This review is fundamental for fulfilling regulatory requirements and provides the primary objective evidence supporting the critical batch disposition decision, release or reject. Successful review results in an approved batch record, allowing the quality unit or qualified person to confidently release compliant, safe and effective product to patients. Welcome. Before any pharmaceutical batch release, the Batch Record Review, BRR, is a critical GMP step performed by quality assurance. It's the formal evaluation of completed batch manufacturing and packaging records to verify compliance with the master record, ensure data accuracy and completeness, confirm deviations were addressed, and ultimately ensure batch quality, forming the basis for the release decision. Keys with examples. This review verifies several points through documented evidence. Completeness and accuracy. All steps signed off continuously, e.g., operator and verifiers with dates for each critical measuring step. Calculations correct and data legible and attributable, e.g., annual yield calculations of data, ensuring are initialed, dated. Compliance with instructions. Was executed precisely to the master batch record and relevant SOP, e.g., recorded mixing times or temperatures match the MBR options. Were the core material lots and composed, e.g., cross-checking lot numbers recorded in the BMR against warehouse dispensing records or approved material lists. Were critical process parameters, CPPs, maintained within their validated ranges, e.g., reviewing attached temperature charts or printouts to verify they stayed within the required limits. Deviations and results. Are all deviations from the standard process properly documented, investigated, and resolved? G. Ensuring a reference to report number corresponds to investigation with an appropriate impact assessment. Process control, IP's final quality control, QC results meet all predefined specifications, e.g., confirming analytical results referenced or attached are within approved limits and signed off by QC. Yields and reconciliation. Are material yields and component labeling reconciliation calculations performed correctly and fall within acceptable pre-approved limits? E.g., checking the label reconciliation calculation ensures accountability for all labels issued and used. The review process and findings. Reviewers typically use checklists to guide their systematic scrutiny of every detail. Any identified discrepancies, such as missing data or signatures, calculation errors, unexplained out-of-specification results, or unresolved deviations, must be thoroughly investigated and satisfactorily resolved, often requiring interaction with production or QC personnel before the record be approved. Importance and outcome. Batch record review is a vital final quality checkpoint. It provides comprehensive, documented assurance that the batch was manufactured correctly, under control, and meets all necessary quality standards. This review is fundamental for fulfilling regulatory requirements and provides the primary objective evidence supporting the critical batch disposition decision, release or reject. Successful review results in an approved batch record, allowing the quality unit or qualified person to confidently release compliant, safe, and effective product to patients. Welcome. Before any pharmaceutical batch release, the Batch Record Review, BRR, is a critical GMP step performed by quality assurance. It's the formal evaluation of completed batch manufacturing and packaging records to verify compliance with the master record, ensure data accuracy and completeness, confirm deviations were addressed, and ultimately ensure batch quality, forming the basis for the final release decision. Checks with examples. The review verifies several through documented evidence. Fitness and accuracy are all signed off contemporaneously. G. Checking operator and signatures with dates for each manufacturing step. Calculations correct and data enable and attributable. E.g., verifying yield calculations against source, ensuring corrections are dated. Compliance actions. Was the process precisely according to the master board, MBR, and relevant Ps? E.g., confirming recorded mixing times or temperatures match the MBR. Were the correct raw material lot components used? Cross-checking lot numbers from the BMR against warehousing records or approved material lists. Were critical process parameters, PPs, maintained with validated ranges? G. Reviewing attached templates or printouts to verify within the required limits. Questions and results. Deviations from the standard properly documented, investigated, solved. E.g., during a referenced deviation number corresponds to a closed deviation with an appropriate impact assessment. Do in-process IPC and quality control QC result all predefined specifications, e.g., confirm critical results referenced or are within approved limits and QC. Yield reconciliation. Are materials and component reconciliation calculations correctly and for acceptable pre-approved, e.g., checking the label reconciliation calculation ensures accountability for all labels issued and used. The review process and findings. Reviewers typically use checklists to guide their systematic scrutiny of every detail. Any identifications, such as missing date signatures, calculation errors, unexplained application results, or unresolved deviation, must be thoroughly investigated and satisfactorily resolved, often interaction with product or QC personnel before the record approved. Importance and outcome. Record review is a vital final quality checkpoint. It provides comprehensive, documented assurance that the batch was manufactured correctly, under control, and meets all necessary quality standards. This review is fundamental for fulfilling regulatory requirements and provides the primary objective evidence supporting the critical batch disposition decision, release or reject. Successful review results in an approved batch record, allowing the quality unit or qualified person to confidently release compliant, safe, and effective to patients. Welcome. Before any pharmaceutical batch release, the Batch Record Review, BRR, is a critical GMP step performed by quality assurance. It's the formal evaluation of completed batch manufacturing and packaging records to verify compliance with the master record, ensure data accuracy and completeness, confirm deviations were addressed, and ultimately ensure batch quality, forming the basis for the final decision. Key review examples. This systematic verifies several crucial points through documents. Completeness and are all steps signed off simultaneously, e.g., checking and verify signatures with each critical manufacturing step. Calculations correct and data eligible and attributable, e.g., verify annual yield calculations against ensuring corrections dated. Compliance with instructions. Process executed precisely according to the master batch record and relevant SOPs, e.g., confirming recorded mixing times or drying temperatures match the MBR instructions. Were the correct raw material lots and components used, e.g., checking lot numbers recorded in the BMR against warehouse dispensing records or approved material lists. Were critical process parameters, CPPs, maintained within their validated ranges, e.g., reviewing attached temperature charts or printouts to verify they stayed within the required limits. Deviation results. Are all deviations from the standard process properly documented, invested, and resolved? Ensuring a referenced deviation report corresponds to a closed invest with an appropriate impact assessment. Do in-process control, PC, and final quality control, QC, results meet all predefined specifications? E.g., analytical results referenced or attached within approved limits and signed off by QC. Yields and reconciliation. Are material yields and labeling reconciliation calculations performed correctly and for acceptable pre-approved? E.g., checking the labelation calculation ensures accountability for all labels issued and used. The review process and findings. Reviewers typically use checklists to guide their systematic scrutiny of every detail. Any identified discrepancies, such as missing signatures, calculation errors, and out of specification results, or unresolved deviations, must be thoroughly investigated and satisfactorily resolved, often requiring interaction with production QC personnel before the record can be approved. Importance and outcome. Batch record review is a vital final quality checkpoint. It provides comprehensive, documented assurance that the batch was manufactured correctly, under control, and meets all necessary quality standards. This review is fundamental for fulfilling regulatory requirements and provides the primary objective evidence supporting the critical batch disposition decision, release or reject. Successful review results in an approved batch record, allowing the quality unit or qualified person to confidently release compliant, safe and effective product to patients. Welcome. Before any pharmaceutical batch release, the batch record review, BRR, is a critical GMP step performed by quality assurance. It's the formal evaluation of completed batch manufacturing and packaging records to verify compliance with the master record, ensure data accuracy and completeness, confirm deviations were addressed, and ultimately ensure batch quality, forming the basis for the final release decision. Key review checks with examples. This systematic review verifies several crucial points through documents. Completeness and accuracy. Are all steps signed off contemporaneously, e.g., checking operator and verifier signatures with dates for each critical manufacturing step? Are calculations and data entries legible and attributable? E.g., verifying manual calculations against source data, ensuring corrections are initialed. Compliance with instructions. Was the prosecuted precisely according to the master batch record, and relevant SOPs, e.g., confirming recorded mixing times or temperatures match the MBR? Were the raw material lots and components, e.g., lot numbers recorded in the against warehouse records or approved material list? Were critical parameters, CP, maintained within the ranges, e.g., reviewing attached charts or printouts to they stayed within the required limit? Deviations and results. Are all deviations for process properly documented, investigated, and resolved? e.g., referenced deviation report number corresponds to a close investigation with an appropriate impact assessment. In process control, IPC and final control QC results meet all predefined conditions, e.g., confirming analytical results referenced or attached are within approved limits and signed QC. Yields and reconciliation. Are yields and component labeling reconciliations performed correctly and fall within acceptable approved limits? E.g., checking the label reconciliation ensures accountability for all labels issued and used. The review process and findings. Reviewers typically use checklists to guide their systematic scrutiny of every detail. Any identified discrepancies, such as missing data or signature calculation errors, unexplained out-of-specification results, or unresolved deviations, must be thoroughly investigated and satisfactorily resolved